Hey there, y'all. It's me, Levi. Sorry about the mess behind me. I haven't had time to do laundry yet. In previous videos, I wouldn't say I defended a Marine, but I stood up for him for what he did. You know, a lot of people think I'm stupid and idiotic for it, and I'm an asshole and whatever. You know, that's in the past, that's dead and buried, and we need to move on from there. I figured I'd make a video today to share with y'all some knowledge I know of weapons. I have two weapons I'm going to show y'all today, and I'm going to show you the ammo I have for my M4, which I do not have here on the premises with me. It's at my other house. It's at my parents' house. But I will show you the ammo for it and hopefully clear up some confusion on that. First off, I'm going to start with my 9mm. This is a Skyy model cpx-19 9mm. You see it's a very short, very lightweight 9mm, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead, and this right here is the bolt housing, and this contains the chamber, the reload spring, the bolt itself, all the fun essentials except for the trigger, which is right down here. First thing I'm going to do with this is show y'all how to take it apart and put it back together. So if you lose sight of it, I'm sorry, I'm working with limited equipment here. Let me grab my screwdriver over here. Got my screwdriver now. Okay, on this side of the 9mm, first we're going to start off with basic information on it. You got your pistol grip, trigger guard, trigger, upper receiver. This whole body part here is the lower receiver, and this is right here where my finger is. That is your fire selector. As you can see, it is on safe. I do not handle any weapons in instructing without them being on safe. One very simple reason. This is a lesson that when I was younger, 14 years old, I learned the hard way about handling weapons when they're not on safe and they are loaded. Young, stupid. This is why I'm doing this video. So first thing I'm going to do is show you how to take this apart. Up here, right there, where my index finger is above the trigger, there's a little bitty, I don't know if you're going to try to get it, there's a little bitty notch right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that out. That is my pin. I'm going to pull that pin out and take you through the disassembly process of this. Sometimes they're a little tricky, sometimes they come right out. I keep mine in pretty good shape. This is my pin for it. We're going to put that down right here, right below me. There, below the camera. And right here is my magazine release button right there. Well, not magazine release, pardon me. This is my bolt release button. I'm going to push it. As you see, it pops up pretty quick. It popped up pretty quick. It slides right off. On the inside, this is the bolt. This is the recoil spring right here. This is all the actual bolt part in itself. It's all self-contained up here in this nice little unit. Right here is my lower receiver that I mentioned earlier. This goes together very easily. What you do is you slide it back on the little rails. Let's see here, having a little bit of trouble first time holding it up like this. Slide it on the rails. Now I'm going to push my bolt assembly lock. I'm going to push it down. So I'm going to have to flip it around. I'm going to push it down, lock this back in place. You can see, there we go. Lock back up in place. Now I'm going to slide this forward, and inside, you can't see very good because I'm sorry, I'm using a cheap webcam. But inside you can see the little hole. That's where this firing pin goes through. This little holding pin right here That's where it goes through. There's a little notch at the top on this particular model. It goes in and the notch faces upwards. So we're going to slide that back out like that where that belongs. Pop that back in. And that should be secure. Well, we didn't get it secured all the way. Like I said, I'm very sorry. I'm having to work with a cheap camera here. So we're going to just pop it back out. Really quick lock. So like I said, sometimes when you're doing this, you got to kind of wrestle with them a little bit. It'll pop right back out. I'm going to push that forward. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my chamber. This is the actual barrel of the weapon. I'm going to hold that in place while I put this pin in. Sometimes you got to wiggle it around a little bit. There we go. It's locked in place now, as you can see. The chamber stays in place. This right here, below the chamber, the barrel itself, is the gas tube. Show you right there, that's a gas tube. Now we're going to pop it back up in place, and I'm going to show you how to load a magazine for this. There we go, popped in place. My preference for ammo on this is a Lyrium Below 9mm Luger. This is designed for this weapon. It's a 115 grain round. And these magazines, I just bought this weapon. It's basically brand new. So the magazine springs are going to be a little stiff, so you got to bear with me on it. The magazine springs, they look like that. They have a notch right here. If you ever get confused on how to load your magazines, because they do get kind of confusing at times, with it empty, I repeat, with it empty, put it in the deal, lock it up. There's your way. That's the way your ammo's supposed to face. Now I'm going to load this magazine. I'll show one instruction on how to load it right here. It sits in a little notch at the top, loads up. Now I'm going to load both of my magazines up here, and I will pause the video for a moment and be right back.